1 second, family. We're going to wait till some people get in the room and break this all the way down. Give me 1 minute. We about to get real deep. And I'm about to get it in. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Give me 1 minute. I don't want folks to miss a word. Okay, you see the title. Chief X versus Garfield. So I have Chief X versus Garfield, the Dagger Squad, because the Dagger Squad Garfield been, in my opinion, leading a misinformation campaign. Now, I want to say this before I start. I got love for my brother Garfield, and we have absolutely no beef at all. Okay? And we're going to talk on the phone tomorrow. Okay, you see the title. Hold on 1 second. And laugh and chop it up. So this is no beef, but he's been spitting a little fire. So I got to do what I call counterintelligence. You know, when people spew rhetoric and feed the public their ideology, and it's wrong or it's misinformation, then there needs to be another man who may be informed and have more wisdom to give it to the people in the correct way and lay down the correct narrative. Okay? Because people are confused. So this is no beef with Garfield. That's my brother and I love him. But we just simply disagree on this one topic. And it's about the difference between the ADOS movement and INCOBRA. And which are basically have the same goal and agenda. They don't differ at all. It's just an older generation and a younger generation who have different spirits in ways they go about things in 2019. I previously made a video about INCOBRA, and I titled it INCOBRA is Trash. But I kind of want to take that title back. I didn't mean trash as in the people or the co-chairs and chairmen. Them are our elders and lovely people, intelligent, brilliant people, and well-meaning people. I meant as a comparative organization, and one needs to, can we say, pass the torch. Okay? So I was speaking on as in ADOS is the polar bear right now, and INCOBRA is the little poodle. And I'm going to break down why so people can clearly see and understand. If you don't have an hour, you might as well click off the video and get back at it when you got time. So you can hear me lay my groundwork from beginning to end of video. Okay? So if you don't have time, just click off. If you come back in the middle, you may have missed some things. Just save your comments because you may not be informed on what was said. And comment from a place of being informed. Okay? Because we're going to be real. We're not going to jive. And I'm not here to, what do you call it? Exaggerate my my side of the story and make someone else's side of the story look bad. I'm here to lay out the facts as they are so people can see and be in reality and not be in la la land. Okay? So I titled the video Chief X versus Garfield because I'm going against some of the things he's been spewing over the last month on a daily basis for hours. Mind you, and this is no slight or anything or anyone against, people have to understand Garfield is a Jamaican. He's a Jamaican American. So he doesn't fall under the banner of what we would call ADOS, or American Descendant of Slavery, the institution of slavery in the United States of America. Okay, so he feels a different way and has a different angle, and it's misleading. To me, it's on purpose, but we're going to get into it and see. Okay, first, in Cobra and ADOS, both organizations, both movements are advocacy movements. They're advocating for something benefits for a group of people. This is what advocacy is. Now, first, let me just go ahead so we can understand, because people are not understanding. Let me just first say again, ADOS is an advocacy movement and education movement about obtaining reparations, what it takes, and how they're going about it. Building a base of support. You're advocating. So let's just go ahead and look at the definition. Let me blow this up so people can see and we'll be clear, because I'm not here to make up my own definitions. I want you to know the definition, what advocacy is. So I had two definitions I pulled up. One which it says advocacy in law, because it's a law issue. It's a politic issue. So let's just see what it says. Advocacy is the act of pleading for or arguing in favor of something. Excuse me, let me blow this up a little more. Hold on, y'all. I want to be clear. Okay. Advocacy is the act of pleading for or arguing in favor of something or actively supporting a cause or proposal. It can also refer to the work or profession of an advocate. For lawyers, advocacy means representing the interests of the client in the best manner possible. Advocacy is considered an art in which lawyers are trained. The two founders of ADOS, one's a political science major, that's her lane. One is an attorney, a lawyer, that's his lane. They know what they're doing. They're advocating. Okay? Let's go look at another definition so it can be clear. And I put in advocacy in politics, and this is a clear definition and understanding so people can understand what, ADOS is doing. They're an advocacy and education movement. Understand that. There's nothing wrong with advocating for a cause. That is a righteous thing. Okay, advocacy can be defined as the practical use of knowledge for purposes of social changes. These changes can be directed to government policies, laws, procedures, or sometimes to ourselves. Advocacy is therefore an act of supporting an issue and persuading the decision makers on how to act in order to support that issue. This definition tells, in fact, that advocacy is a process, not an one-way activity. By this definition, it is clear that advocacy is an effective process aimed at achieving some specific results. Anyone can advocate for something and begin moving on something for a cause that they believe in for a certain group of people. Like the LBGT advocated for their group and their purpose and their cause. ADOS, the descendants of those people in the cotton fields, are advocating for reparations, forms of reparations to be given to their people and to help bridge the wealth gap. This is what they're advocating for. What could be wrong with that? Nothing at all wrong with that. That's righteous. Okay, we got the definition of advocacy. Now, let me just read on a little bit. Advocacy is about motivating and mobilizing the community. This is what the ADOS movement is doing. They are motivating and mobilizing the community behind a cause, and reparations is being spoke on a national stage now because of ADOS movement, ADOS movement. And I'm going to tell you why about it's the ADOS movement and not in Cobra. But you have to listen, pay attention. Advocacy is about motivating and mobilizing the community. It starts with a small group of people who share concerns about a specific problem and are willing to devote time, their expertise, meaning the lawyer and the political science major who used to work on Capitol Hill, and this is her lane, get out of her way. Doing their time, their expertise, and resources available to reach the desired change. Advocacy can help your organization achieve its political goals, whatever they may be, including improving public services such as transportation, education, accessibility, development of community-based services, public health, all kinds of things. Advocacy means drawing attention to an important issue and direct decision makers to a solution. Let me read that again. Advocacy means drawing attention to an important issue and direct decision makers to a solution. Influencing the decision making at all levels. You're advocating and influencing by mobilizing, okay? Mobilizing members of a community to include the wider community, developing accountability and transparency of local governments and public service institutions. Okay? This is what advocacy is. ADOS is an advocacy and education movement. That's a great thing. Support it and support them in what they're doing. Representation. Well-planned advocacy is especially important when users will not be able to represent themselves. Okay, let me skip that. Let me go down to mobilization. Mobilization, in fact, means nothing more than the inclusion of others in your activities in a way that they are encouraged to support your struggle and then take actions towards fulfillment of common goals. The mobilization is actually expanding the base of support, extending from those which are directly affected by the problems and convincing others that the issue is important for them as well. So ADOS is doing exactly what the definition of advocacy is. People don't know that because they haven't been paying attention and haven't been listening to the proper persons teach and enlighten you on what ADOS is about. So you didn't know that they were simply an advocacy movement, an education movement. And their job is to rally support, broaden the base, get people to support a cause that they're fighting for, the people, not for themselves. This is a selfless act It can't be more selfish and selfless. This is not about the founders. This is about the people. Let's move on since we got an understanding of that. Now, as I said, Yvette is a poli-sci major who used to work on Capitol Hill, so she's familiar with all the nuances, what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done, okay? Antonio Moore, the other founder, is an attorney, graduated from UCLA. These people, this is their expertise. This is their passion. And it's all for basically 95% of the people who's listening to this video. It's for you. Don't listen to no one dissuade you in Garfield and his misinformation campaign has been on. Okay? Don't listen. Follow the reality. So we're going to get into the reality of why I have in my caption the inefficiency of Mother and Cobra. Because ADOS, the ADOS movement and its founders are not confused on who fought for reparations and organized for reparations previous to them. They say this. And also, there was organizations before in Cobra who fought for reparations. The first reparations movement was 1901. So everyone over time dies out, gets outdated, and a new generation moves in, excuse me, I burped, and a new generation moves in to rally the people for a proper advocacy in achieving a goal for the people. And this new generation is the ADOS movement, because in Cobra is inefficient, archaic, and it's an older group of men and women who I respect because they're elders. They did a lot of civil rights work. In Cobra started and was founded in 1987. 1987. They were formed by 3 different revolutionary movements who were around in the 60s and early 70s. And 1/3 of those members are dead, 1/3 are in prison, and the other 1/3 are old and not in the political arena and fighting anymore. They're elders who don't have a social media presence at all. They're elders who I respect because they fought in the 60s. So they organized in 3 revolutionary movements, came together and started in Cobra. And in Cobra's main job, they're a coalition. Just like ADOS is a coalition. They have the same goal. No one is against the other. They both respect each other. But one, the newer generation, understands when something or some group or people are archaic or not of a good use to advocate in 2019. And I'm going to show you for sure so you can understand this. Okay? I have right here in Cobra Speaks a video that they did that was 3 hours long. I'm not going to play the whole video, but these are all the chairmen and co-chairmen and national women's chair, national men's chair of the group in Cobra. They are an older group of people who are not really on social media. So they may not understand. It's like they have books on President Obama, and when he came in to become president, he started he was an online movement basically. And he rallied in a new social media kind of way. And that's how Obama gained steam. There's books on this, okay? People are copying his blueprint today in these new election cycles. because he had a huge online presence. And in 2019, that's what's necessary to mobilize and advocate for people. Now, let me show you in Cobra so you can get an understanding. Now, here is in Cobra's YouTube page. I was sad, and then it brought me to an understanding of why ADOS had to take charge. Let me see. I don't know if you can see. In Cobra, National Coalition of Blacks for Reparations in America, which everyone is touting as supposed to do something for 2019 Black folk. And I keep telling you that they're a little older group and they're not built for this. ADOS is built for this. And Cobra's not built for it. I'm sorry. That's what time it is. Let me show you why they're not built for it. Guess how many subscribers in Cobra has on their YouTube page? It's right here in the corner. Chief X don't have to make nothing up. They have 31 subscribers on their YouTube channel. In Cobra, these older gentlemen and women, our elders who I respect, have 31 subscribers on their YouTube channel. This is why I'm telling you, they are not built to advocate a reparations movement in 2019. It's archaic. We respect them, but ADOS is leading the charge today, and Black folk need to get behind them. They have 31 scripts. Now, all these people, Garfield, oh, I went to this. They had a reparations march, and I was here, and I did. Well, they're lying to save face. I guarantee no one talking about it in Cobra, all of these, the elders and the youth, people who are mad at Cobra, I guarantee you, and will bet my paycheck, none of them are subscribed to Cobra's YouTube channel. Not one of these cats out here. I looked and I seen they only had 30 subscribers. I made 31 just a couple hours ago as I was doing my research. I made the 31st subscriber. When you look at Cobra's YouTube videos, let's look here. I'm going to click on this video. Listen. Guess how many views this video got? 13 views. They are not built to take charge of a reparations advocacy movement, and that's why ADOS is here. They knew this. They seen Cobra stagnant for decades, not moving and shaking, not calling out no names, not progressive. I'm a progressive revolutionary. This video got 13 views. Let me just go back. The next video, 17 views. The next video, 21 views, 33 views, 21 views, 29 views. The most I've seen is 130 views for a video. And that was because Maxine Waters' name was in it. Cobra is not built for an advocacy in 2019 and to get this thing pushing and get this reparations on a politician's mouth like it is today. The reason reparations is a topic today is because ADOS is built for this. They are advocating and been advocating for 2 years now, and that's why we're talking about reparations. They wasn't talking about reparations through none of the 8 years of Obama, none of the years before Obama. Now they are, because ADOS is built for this. They're leading this charge. We have to keep it real. If you're mad at someone for advocating for your children to get benefits and advocating to close the wealth gap, you're insane. You're insane. You've been led astray and led amok. You've been bamboozled by guys and people like Garfield Reed. That's my brother, and I love him. We don't have no beef, but he know I was coming. Garfield know I was coming. Okay, they have no social media presence. Now, when somebody say, "Oh, who's Cobra? Who goes to their meetings?" Okay, let's see.
Or just plain crazy. Okay. Today I would say recognize Black identity extremists. So it really gives me great pleasure today to be able to come with some of you.
Let me stop. Do you see these people in this room? Everyone in this room looks like they have a cane and in a wheelchair. I'm not making this up, family, and I'm not slandering anybody. I'm trying to get you to see a reality. It is about at the most 20 people in this room, and they're all old people. Respect to them and honor for them for the work they did in the 60s and 70s. But they're old people. They have no turnout. They have no social media presence. Nobody knows them. The individual group members, elders, some elders made them, but nobody knows these people. They have a name that's been around since 1987. I didn't make this up. I'm just showing you the reality. I'm trying to show you why ADOS is built for this. And in Cobra is not at all. They're not even close. Not even close, family. Listen to me. Let's go back. Look, you can see it for yourself. Is X telling you that they don't have no views? No, you see they don't have no views. You see they don't have no social media presence. You see they're an older group of people who are bent out of touch today. I'm sorry. They are. Now, when you go to Yvette Carnell, let me just show you the difference. Let me just show you the difference right now. They have 31 subscribers in Cobra. Yvette Carnell has 63,000 subscribers. If you, let's put the onus and test on you right now. If you wanted somebody to advocate for reparations for you, would you prefer someone to advocate for reparations who has 63,000 followers? Or would you want someone who has 31 followers? Let's get real and honest right now and stop bullshit. Would you want someone to advocate for your children who has 62,000 followers? I haven't even got to her other founder partner. Or would you want someone to advocate for you who has 31 followers? This is why I said this is a polar bear against a poodle. This is a polar bear against a poodle. And I hate to use those terms with my elders, but it's the truth. God damn. So you need brothers like me to help you see the light and see what's really going on and show you why ADOS is really here. And Cobra couldn't get the job done, people. They couldn't get the movement popping and people talking in 2019. Let's keep it real. Let's go to Tone's page. Tone has damn near 50,000 subscribers. Tone and Yvette are getting views 100,000, 20,000 a video. You know what I'm saying? This shit is going viral. People downloading they shit and sharing it everywhere. Are you kidding? They are built for this. This attorney and lawyer out of UCLA is built for this. And Cobra's not today. Honor and respect, we know you organized and began in Cobra in 1987. But it's been stagnant. It's been dormant. Now all of a sudden they moving. But they can't move because they have no social media presence and they have no real spokesman. Let me show you something. So I sat back and was like, people don't understand. Why is everybody spitting fire? Why won't people just simply go to ADOS101.com and just read the agenda? And Cobra and ADOS has the same goal. The same exact goal. Reparations for Black Americans who was descendants of those in slavery. Nobody's against anybody. Do you see that they have a movement called CARICOM? It's reparations for Caribbeans. Is Garfield shooting fire on CARICOM? Is he being pessimistic about CARICOM? Why is the Jamaican Garfield focused on this group in the United States of America's issue? Why is he spitting fire on those people who were in the cotton field who deserve payback? Who deserves reparative justice? Why is anybody who would call themselves a revolutionary upset or bothered in not supporting ADOS when they are fighting for your children and got reparations on the lips of everybody's motherfucking mouth? Keep it fucking real. What would you be mad at a righteous group of founders like that? Why would you be mad at them? Why don't you understand? Stop talking and speaking on shit. Let people who are informed and understand speak on it. Let the wise men teach you and sit back and learn. These people out here don't know what the fuck they talking about. These people are lying. They hate to see a woman founder of something, let alone she may possibly be lesbian. They hate that. Niggas can't unify for shit behind a righteous cause. Black Panther movie come out. Negroes all on social media spitting fire on black. Oh well, you can't keep these Negroes happy. Well, wait, so what if it had an all-black cast, a black director, and you know, the money went up to Marvel and some white people, so what if they had a black? You Negroes ain't satisfied with a motherfucking thing. Now, you worried about the personalities and the personal lives and who somebody's sleeping with instead of focusing on the fight for your motherfucking children. You're worried about, is this founder sleeping with another woman and this is some old dumb, stupid, childish shit y'all be on. ADOS is built for this. And Cobra's not. And we're going to get into why if you got time. Now, this is maybe the time-consuming time of this video. So if you feel free to click off. But I'm going in and I'm going to make this plain. I got to shoot this counterintelligence to this foolishness Garfield's out here talking today in these days. All these uninformed people think talking about ADOS and more. This ain't no motherfucking ethnic name this is a legal battle. This is a judicial battle. This is a political issue. And Yvette Carnell that's her expertise. She worked on Capitol Hill, not your dumbass. Tone is the lawyer, not your dumbass. They know all the nuances and how to work and who to tweet and who to get this talking to and what these younger politicians that's running for office now is doing. They know all the nuances of 2019 politics. And Cobra founders and people in the group, the spokesman and chairman, don't. You can name some new politicians, they never probably even heard of them. They're not involved in that. Okay? Now, let me just get to some things that these people are talking about in the video. You can kind of see for yourself within Cobra chairmen and co-chairs and national this and national that. You can see how they sound and what they're talking about. It's about for about 3 hours, they sat here talking about old times, basically. And I'm like, we honor you for your things, what you did, but you're a little bit behind. But here we go, let's go. Let me get to, because I got all this time stamped and I did all this research for you guys, not for me. I don't get paid for no YouTube views. I'm doing this and advocating and educating too for the people. I get behind real causes. I do. So I like Dr. Conrad, who's going to be speaking. He's a smart elder man, but none of them are on social media. They don't know what's going on. These people don't know who's saying what out there. They're not built for this. But let's go.
So just give the people a bit about your background, your role within Cobra, and how long you've just been in the movement. And from there,
mind you, this is Dr. Conrad. He's a lifetime member of Cobra. He was there since the beginning. He was a revolutionary in the 60s. He's an elder man, brilliant man, very smart. But he's not built for advocacy, and he hasn't been advocating. To be honest, let me just be 100% honest. You can take this how you want. None of the Cobra founders have been advocating lately on social media. Okay? Sheila Jackson Lee was in charge of HR 40, which is a study bill, basically. A recommendation bill. And I was told, even Yvette Cardell said, they give Sheila Jackson Lee certain jobs because, they know she ain't going to really do much. She ain't going to make no waves, you know what I mean? You don't see these Sheila Jacksons, you don't see these Cobra people calling out names. They're not naming names. They're not holding people's feet to the fire. They doing that light work. I'm scared. I'm scared to, that type of stuff. We don't need that if we're fighting and advocating. You need a warrior advocating for you. When I used to do loans in real estate, when I was a loan officer, I used to refinance homes more than, sell or list homes for sale because it was quicker money, right? And I would tell my cats, I would say, I don't care if you're working with another loan officer. I'm going to tell you, I'll beat his interest rate. I'll get a better interest rate than him. I said, you want a loan officer who's going to hustle for you and get you the best interest rate. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to get a rebate on the back of this loan. That's something you may not know about. And I get paid more on the back end. It's a hidden fee. And that means you have a higher interest rate when I get a rebate. So a lot of loan officers get these little rebates and people have a higher interest rate than they used to. I'm going to say, hey, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to charge you 1 point up front. I'm not going to get no rebate. And I'm going to get you a low interest rate. I'm better than that loan officer. I'm a better hustler than that loan officer. I guarantee you. So I really don't give a fuck if you working with another loan officer. I'm going to show you the interest rate I'm going to get you. And you're going to be on my side after that. It's the same thing with ADOS. They have over 100,000 followers on YouTube. And Cobra has 31 followers. They're not built for this. Let's go. We're going to listen to Dr. Conrad. Let's go.
I have
Dr.
questions.
Conrad of INCOBRA, and he's going to break down where he's been and how he's been moved and how he started in INCOBRA. So you can kind of get an idea and feel of the INCOBRA members, and you can see for yourself, yeah, they're not built for this. Let's go.
Fast, and we'll continue to build. So anyone, how about, we'll leave with the elder. Dr. Conrad, you can feel free to go first. Tell
Very quickly, my entry into the reparations movement occurred in 1964 when I read a statement that Malcolm X made when he was in Paris, France. That caught my attention, and from that moment on, I began to learn about this idea in the movement as a young person in my early 20s. I am not a leader of INCOBRA. I'm a lifetime member and supporter of INCOBRA, but I served as the national chairman of the National Black United Front for 26 years, who worked closely with INCOBRA. We had a lot of exchanging membership. So that's who I am. I've been in the movement for 55 years. And so I'll just leave it there because I could go on, and I don't want to do that. That's who I am, Chairman Emeritus of the National Black United Front, 55 years in the Black Liberation Movement, and I'm 77 years old.
Okay.
Pause. You heard it. He said he's 77 years old. Do you know this is a video they put out a week ago because somebody wanted to get them moving and shut down ADOS fire and pump INCOBRA, who's been stagnant. So they made a video, got together as a little group of co-chairmen and talking. You see, he's 77 years old. He's not on social media. He's not built to advocate for our people at this stage in his life. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it as clear as possible what you guys are facing and what you guys need to support. So let's go on to the next lady, and I got timestamp so I can move kind of fast.
Y'all please do go follow our elder on Twitter. He's on Twitter at Dr. Conrad World. So please go and follow him. That is not a fake account. It is not an agent account. It is Dr. Conrad. He is there and in the space looking to engage with the youth. So please engage with him, but engage respectfully. All right, so Mama Masharika.
Greetings. I really appreciate you giving us this opportunity. I am Queen Mother Mashariki.
Pause. I like Queen Mother Masharika. She's a brilliant lady. But she, I would say, is the sharpest out the group and has a better understanding of today's times. But she's also antiquated and not built to advocate for reparations in 2019. These are laid back people who've had their time in the 60s. They're tired, okay? But let's listen to her because she's a brilliant woman. I have respect for her. I actually really like her.
Jawanza. I live here in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Pause. So you do see the title of the video. I hope everybody can see. INCOBRA Speaks. So this is INCOBRA speaking to the people. But I'm showing you just to let you know about them, and so you can kind of see that they're an older group of people and they're really not built for advocacy. And this is why reparations movement haven't been moving. This is why people haven't been talking about it. Let's go.
Picture that you showed brought back a lot of memories. We actually organized that event with Dr. Carr and Tupac and Brother Khaled. And so I got involved in the reparations movement, actually doing a program that we gave at Indiana Black Expo called the African Symposium. And Sister Dorothy Lewis came to speak. It's the first time I had heard her. And it's the first time I had heard such a strong presentation on reparations. I got interested. But years after that, with my relationship with Brother Hannibal Afrique and Jerry Agani, I joined in Cobra as a member. And so I have gone from being just a member to being on the board. I've been on the board for a number of years, and here serving my second term as the female co-chair of INCOBRA, this great coalition, and I feel honored to do so. And so I have been an activist. I really consider myself an African born in America. And I look forward to the rest of the dialogue, and hopefully we can bring about the unity that our people need.
All right.
Good. So that was well said. So I'm showing you that they actually have the same agenda, and INCOBRA and ADOS has the same intent, the same advocacy. They're both of them are just advocacy movements. One is just an older group of advocates. They're just not in touch of what's going on today. This is my point. It's nothing to disrespect INCOBRA. Okay? So these are just introductions they're doing, so you can kind of see that they're the chairman and co-chairs. And you'll see as I go along how they talk about these ancient stories and what they were doing. And a lot of it was a lot of talk about how they, were revolutionary back in the day and giving honor to Farrakhan, and Farrakhan, and these people still have trust in Farrakhan. One of the head guys in this video, he's a Nation of Islam member, and he's talking a lot of spook stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
All right, I'll let my brother Jabbar go to the youth in the room. Can you introduce yourself?
Peace and blessings. My name is Hashem Jabbar, or H.A. Jabbar, or just Brother Jabbar. I'm the Executive Director of Racial Justice Now, founder of the West Dayton Youth Task Force. That's rjnohio.org, and the West Dayton Youth Task Force. I'm also the Youth Co-Chair for INCOBRA. I think it's important to know, and for all of us to know, the rich culture and history that we've been miseducated with. And I think that's a big reason why I'm
going to stop him because he gets on a tangent. But nobody knows him. You don't know him. You never seen this guy in your life. You seen Yvette and Tone. You've never seen these people in your life for a reason. You know nothing about this man. We know nothing about this man. Not that that's a problem, but in my context, I'm telling you, they're not built for advocacy. You don't know these people. Okay? Understand that.
proud to be in this space today. And so they have that chair and co-chair responsibility, giving respect to my yacht, the yin and the yang, the male and the female, making sure that all the committees, all the seats have both of that strong representation. And so I love INCOBRA for that culture and history. I'm also the member of ASALA, the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, set up by Dr. Carter G. Woodson, founder of Black History Month or Black History Week. I'm a member of ASCAT, the Association for the Study of Classical African Civilizations. I'm also the international chair of the International Education Committee for the Ethiopian World Federation.
Now, mind you, he's ripping off a bunch of organizations that nobody know about, but that's okay and cool. He's doing some kind of work, but this is one of the guys I don't like. Just for personal reasons. You may not understand, but he also believes in the mother plane and a lot of religious spookism. He's a hardcore Nation of Islam member, which is not a problem. I respect the Nation of Islam, but he's not in reality, is all I'll say. You'll have to go through this video and watch it on your own time, but I'm just trying to let you know and see who the members are of INCOBRA. Let's go.
Introduce yourself, then we'll go into the questions. I have a lot of questions tonight, and I'm pretty sure y'all got lots of answers. So go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, I'll be very quick, Dan, so we can get into the question period. I'd like to say that Brother Jabbar has just fired me up. So I'm ready. So I'm a businessman in the city of Chicago. My business is primarily real estate. Has some success, which has allowed me to do the work that I have devoted my life to, and that's the reparations movement. To be a
Stop. You guys don't know him because he has no social media presence. It's just a reality, family. These guys, I don't want to, because I don't want to bore you too much, but it's so many points that they said throughout this that, you know, you guys would kind of hold your head down about. When you get time, watch the Cobra Speaks Reparations Peoplehood and watch the video. They get to talking about they've been a whisper and it's time to roar. I mean, you guys ain't been roar? It's a coalition is what it is. And people can use terms, advocacy movement, a coalition, you know, it's all the same. Okay? Let me get to something real quick. Let me just play this one part. This is kind of a huge understanding of it all and kind of sum it up in a nutshell.
But is Mama Mushariki, would you be able to speak to that?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
I said, would you be able to speak to his question about the revisions that have been made to HR 40?
Yes, I can speak to that. That is currently what we're dealing with now. And when John Conyers retired, Sheila Jackson Lee picked it up. She's been speaking to it. Very interesting enough. So we have had studies, but this revised bill takes us a little further with that. In terms of working in our communities and looking at what's going on with our youth, and trying to get the other Congress people on board with it. Besides that, you know, some of these presidential candidates are senators. And so we need a companion bill in the Senate. And so we're requesting that also. So that this could hopefully get out of committee and move forward.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question.
Now, let me sum up what she said in a nutshell for the layman, or those that don't have as well as good listening comprehension. She said when Senator Conyers, who was in charge of the HR 40 bill and study and recommendation, he retired. As he working on something and retired, and it never got to the committee. Then Sheila Jackson Lee took over, or was appointed over HR, which HR means House Resolution. So Sheila Jackson took over as the spokeswoman for the HR 40, and I guess halfway representing COBRA. But you have to understand, the politicians have really not been really working with COBRA. They talk about HR 40, which is a political issue. COBRA is an advocacy group. So it's not like they just really, really working hand in hand like people think. Okay? COBRA has been kind of dormant for decades. And Sheila Jackson Lee was given the position because we hear she's not gonna make no noise, so hey, give her that. Maybe the HR 40 and the reparations talk will kind of just wither away. Sheila Jackson Lee just want to collect a paycheck and go on home and, you know, be a congresswoman, collect a paycheck and go on home. She ain't gonna shoot no fire. We'll throw her up on TV, you know, as a spokeswoman to say, okay, this is what I'm pushing and we need we're doing a study deal. But I mean, you can't just keep saying we studying and recommending, we studying and recommending, we studying and recommending for 20 years. God damn it, at some point you have to be finished studying and then act on it. After you finish studying and recommending, act on it. Sheila Jackson never acted on it. So it's been dormant. Nobody's been talking about reparations. She's been collecting a check. So guess what? ADOS, the founders, Yvette Carnell and Tony Lowe, seen this because that's their lane. And been talking about it for 2 years, you just catching on. And they say, okay, Sheila Jackson Lee, Incobra's kind of old. Nobody's making no moves. Nobody's talking about nothing. Nobody's really advocating, pushing the people and trying to broaden the base. Then let's, you know, Tone, let's get on this and get this shit cracking. Let's call out some names. Let's Twitter this, tweet this. Let's do this. Let's get shit cracking. And now everybody's talking about reparations. Candidates have to face the question now. ADOS is looking for representatives to push the idea that reparations need to go down and we need to act on this. And where is the motherfucking check? Not really check, but how are we to close the wealth gap? All these benefits. People shooting fire ain't seen the benefits. ADOS is asking for fair things. They're talking about infrastructure, where there was water was bad in Detroit and those neighborhoods. They're talking about funding HBCU colleges. If you're against this, you're an evil bastard. I'm telling you. You spit fire on ADOS, you're a turncoat. Because this is like the modern day civil rights movement. This is, if something was to be an event or a discussion or a topic on a real civil rights movement for black folk, ADOS, this is it. So if you spitting fire on it, you're a turncoat. If you mischaracterizing and lying and trying to take away the shine of what ADOS is doing, you're being disrespectful. You're being foul. This is a righteous movement for a righteous call and to repair justice. So ADOS had to come in and restore order and lay down the law and get shit cracking and people talking and people moving. They know what's going on today. And Cobra didn't. I'm sorry. That's what this is all about. If people are spitting fire on ADOS, it's because they don't get what real unity is and real work is, and they don't understand what advocacy is. They didn't know ADOS was an advocacy education movement, like I said in the beginning of the video. They're thinking it's some fucking game and shit. Or some kind of new label for black people. People on some stupid shit. You know? It's not. It's about reparative justice and bridging the wealth gap. They're talking about credit for our kids going to college. Tax credits and tax breaks. Infrastructure in black neighborhoods. These are fair things to ask for, but you didn't read the agenda. And you didn't know. You guys have to stop listening to any immigrant who talk about this issue because they have an angle and a slight and they're not being honest with you. You got Garfield out here using clips of some fuckboy named Jaden Bullets on YouTube, who's a goddamn idiot and a seriously immature, using some of his little videos as a source, like that's supposed to mean something. And he's lying and mischaracterizing her, Yvette Carnell, and saying these nasty things about her, making false allegations about her, so everybody can be mad and look at Yvette mad. That's called demonizing an innocent woman. See, this is why Hillary Clinton didn't become president. People hate to see a woman in charge and be a founder and run some shit. I'm telling you, folk hate to see that. And that's what it is. Folk, because someone may have a sexual orientation, oh, she can't do this. We're gonna spite all our children. We're gonna spite our great-great-grandchildren because I got a personal issue because someone may be a lesbian. I mean, this is just sick shit. You know what I mean? So someone said, Oh, Yvette is tied into a white ring conservative group about immigration. Well, she told you that. How's that being exposed? Yvette told you she is concerned about immigration issues. And all these Republicans and all these right wing in this room talking about immigration, and ain't no black folk in that room. And she wanted to make a presence and get her side across. That's why she was part of this group. Okay? Because she's fighting for ADOS. She's not against anybody. She told you she loves her immigrant brothers. But this is a specific claim we going for. We're not going to mess with your CARICOM. We want you to get CARICOM, which is benefits for Caribbeans. We want the French and British to pay up and take care of you too. We all support one another. So before I end this video, ADOS will tell you INCOBRA was fighting for reparations. They know it was a movement before them. But you also have to understand there's been reparations movement before INCOBRA. First reparations movement was in 1901. There's always a chain and a succession. It's a coup now. We want to get shit cracking. Not next year, 2 years, 5 years, 10. We won't talk about it now. You're going to discuss it. That's what advocacy is about. I read you the definitions. Go back to the beginning of the video if you came that late. Go back to the beginning of the video. If you want to know what advocacy means, I broke it down technically with 2 different definitions. Advocacy in politics, advocacy in law. We have a poli-sci major in Yvette. We have a lawyer in Antone. This is what they do and this is their lane. Get out the fucking way. I'm out, family. Peace and love. I love you, Garfield. We ain't got no beef, but I had to get at you on this one, bro. And we're gonna get back in track after these people see the light. INCOBRA's just not built for this. ADOS is. Get behind what will work. You're not gonna go to an advertising firm who only have 2 other clients. You're going to go to an advertising firm who has thousands of clients. So you can get your shit off the ground. If you wanted somebody to advocate for you, you would choose that too. You're not going to choose someone who has 30 followers over someone who has over 100,000 followers. If you wanted to get your message out to the people, you would go to the people with 100,000 followers. Let's just keep this shit all the way real. I'm out.